And this is the point where we come into contact with something dubious. And in that, we also come into realization with something that transcends our idea of what is possible, right? The belief, the lack of belief, transmitting itself and transmutating itself, transfiguring, alchemically transforming itself into something that you do believe in, is the magic. It's the dubious nature of the transcendent when first imposed upon the experience as is, right? So you believe in something only after it's not believable. And this is really what the nature of belief is. This is what the nature of the transcendent, more to say, within the analysis. The analysis has itself in contact with that thing beyond what is known fundamentally. And that fundamentally means that it is something not believed. You cannot come into contact with something that is not known and not immediately have it in a dubious state. It's a state of quasi non-reality. It is a state of relating to through doubt, which essentially is what dubious means. God, I'm so fucking great, man. I'm like, I really fucking nail it, because the part of it that I think is important is the nature, it's the dubious nature of the thing that appears at the edge of what is known, and to be believed in, for something not believable to be believed in. That is the transmission, that is the transfiguration of the transcendent. But prior to that, it just doesn't exist inside of your consciousness. The moment that it becomes dubious is the moment that it is recognized, the moment that you have awareness with whatever the thing is, as it comes out of your non-awareness into your awareness. Now, the awareness is an interesting thing. Of course, we are not aware of all that is. However, we are aware of part of what is. But this does not precede its existence. The existence of a transcendent notion has itself instantiated and validated before and prior to and without your consent. The truth exists without your participation. This is the idea of what is righteous. So now we have to come to the disconcerting fact, or maybe something that places us in the context of the experience being being primary. The primacy of the experience lends itself to the fact to say that the truth, to not believe in the truth, to see the truth as dubious, and then have itself be proven to you to the sense that you believe in it. The belief in what exists and the lack of such, and the non-awareness of something that exists, puts us in a light where we have to understand our relationship with what is real, what the experience is, as almost something not related to it. It's like there's this splitting of a part of the whole out of itself, so that but on a primal, again, on a sense of primacy, that there's like a preordinate removal from what is actually real. So it's like you're becoming aware of something transcendently true. It's asynchronous. It has no bearing on the thing itself. This is where there seems to be a duality of notion, a duality of constitution, in which the things that you are considering, they lay themselves out in a realm that is distal from you, that is discontinuous. Because how can you be dubious of a fact? How can you be not unbelieving in something that is true? And how can you come to understand it if its existence as such has no relation to your awareness or belief in it at all? And so you have to start to understand, or you have to start to see, you're forced to see, there is this distinction between the experience and the truth. And that's really, I think that where we have to get to is to start to try to understand what does that mean to believe in something? What are you taking and placing inside of your right to say whether it's true or not? And this is the experience. The experience demands itself to be separate from reality, and there's something strange about that. The experience demands itself to be separate from reality. I don't know if it's due to its limitations or if it's due to its nature, but it refuses to be a part of the greater truth. It refuses. At every step, it resists. And that's really something to be grappled with, because that means that the thing that we are is kicking and screaming to stay away from what is real.